Hello again. The Daily Telegraph, usually a fairly good barometer, I would say, of mainstream conservative thinking in this country, carries a long analysis this morning which refers to the unstoppable rise of Kemi Badenoch, in the sense that it is all but inevitable that she will lead the Conservatives after the election. This is based, of course, on the reasonable assumption that after having led them to disaster, Rishi Sunak will do the decent thing and resign as leader. Badenoch is without doubt the odds-on favourite to take on the position, especially since a number of prominent cabinet members and former cabinet members who might have been rivals for the leadership are likely to lose their seats on July the 4th. The difficulty about appointing Kemi Badenoch to lead a British political party is that she is not, according to almost anybody's definition of the term, actually British. Her nationality is the result of a rather cunning move by her mother, and Badenoch herself did not live in this country until the age of 16. She makes no bones about this little bit of, well, I suppose we could describe it as sharp practice. Indeed, she boasts about it. Her biography on the University of London Birkbeck's website tells us all we need to know about her background. Badenoch studied law at Birkbeck. I shall now quote from her bio, which she will have had a hand in writing, and in the description to this video I give a link to the document. We see that, born in Wimbledon to a Nigerian mother who was a professor of physiology and a Nigerian father who was a doctor, Badenoch ended up with a British passport, what she calls one of Willy Wonka's golden tickets, when her mother came to Britain to give birth. She grew up, however, in Nigeria with frequent trips abroad, including the US. This really is brazenly open about what was done. Badenoch's mother came to this country specifically for the purpose of giving birth, and once she had done so, she returned at once to Nigeria. As the law stood at that time, the mere fact that Kemi Badenoch was born in Britain entitled her to British citizenship. Her parents showed no desire to live in Britain, and the baby was brought up in Africa and the United States, having no connection whatsoever with Britain. Then, at the age of 16, when most of her loyalties and her attitude were fixed against the background and mores of Nigeria and the United States, Badenoch was sent to this country purely for pragmatic reasons, because her own country was becoming unstable and the family thought she would have a better chance of getting on here. She is still, of course, a Nigerian national, despite also being entitled to a British passport. Let me be clear about what I'm saying. I am not claiming that Kemi Badenoch is a bad person or a stupid one. Far from it. I am saying that when a person has grown to adulthood on another continent and then come to this country with no previous experience of Britain, then that person is a foreigner and likely to have a completely different set of values and beliefs from somebody who was born and raised in this country to British parents. This seems to me to be undeniably true. Indeed, it's such a simple and obvious statement that it's little short of incredible that in this day and age it should be necessary to spell it out. This is a matter not of ethnicity, but of nationality. She may have had the good fortune to be born in Britain, but she didn't grow up here, and nor, unless the situation in Nigeria had deteriorated so badly, would Badenoch have been likely to come to live here. She is a foreigner, and I am perhaps old-fashioned enough to wish to see as leader of one of the main political parties in this country somebody who grew up in Britain to British parents. If that makes me a raving xenophobe and cheerleader for the far right, then so be it.